Hey developers, imagine this. You've just built an awesome app, but what if your users could unlock it with just a glance or tap? Sounds powerful, right? In today's tutorial, we are diving into exactly how you can secure your SwiftUI app using Face ID and Touch ID. Feature that your users are not only familiar with, but love to use. If you are serious about giving your app that next level security edge, you are in the right place. By the end of this video, you'll have a fully functional biometric authentication setup, and trust me, your users will thank you for it. So stick around, let's take your app security to the next level. Security is something we all care about, but it can be tricky to implement. Whether you are building a banking app, a health tracker, or a simple to-do list, biometric authentication is something your users expect in today's world. Face ID and Touch ID make it seamless for them to access their data with confidence. And best of all, SwiftUI makes integrating this feature way easier than you might think. Think about apps you use every day. The convenience of a tap or glance makes everything faster and more secure. And today, you'll be adding to your app. Let's dive into why this can be a game changer for your app user experience. Let's dive into coding. So open up your Xcode, and I use the latest Xcode, Xcode 16, but you can use the earlier version, previous versions. So in your Xcode, just select the iOS app and hit the next. And yep, for the product name of biometric, that is suitable, I think. For interface SwiftUI, language Swift, and testing system none, storage none. And then hit the create. So here we have a blank project in our Xcode. Go ahead and go ahead to the project details and info tab. And here just add a new info for privacy. Yep. And find out the Face ID. Here, Face ID usage description. For the value, I want to use this. This app uses Face ID to authenticate the user secure. So this is how you tell Apple when you want to publish on the App Store. Tell the Apple that yes, I used Face ID for this purpose, and the users on the Apple Store App Store when they want to download your app, they see this description also. So make sure it is clear and yep, it's clear for the users and yep for the app. So into the content view here, we want to create a variable that goes for apps. Let me just make some space here. So at state private variable for is authorize authorize and it is equal to false by default. So in our VS stack, let me just clear this up. We have a VS stack here for our view. So we want to just make things simple as possible. So if the user is authenticated or is authorized equals to true, we want to show a message that the user is authorized. Otherwise, we show a message that the user can have to authenticate to interact. So easy, but you can implement these features in when whatever whatever context you have, and so on and so forth. So we have a condition is authorized. So if the user is authorized, we want to say welcome. Your authenticate explanation mark, and the font will be that large title. else we have a text that goes for please authenticate to continue, and that and font would be that headline, and we have a padding as well. So it goes. So let me just goes for the true to see it. The UI, yep, welcome authenticated. That is good. So it is false. So the logic is this: we want to implement a function that give us Boolean value. The Boolean value is authorized. Whether it is false or true, we show a message based on the Boolean that our function uh, give to the is authorized. So if the user is authorized, we show to them, welcome, you're authenticated. If not, we show that please authenticate to continue. No see. So let's go ahead and adding a button here. So for the title, so authenticate, and let me just add action. Here is the action, and I want a button style for just the styling. Button style dot border prominence, and here also we have padding as well. So let me just create our function that we want to use. So here we have private func authenticate. Yep. Good. Sorry about that. And here in our action of our button, we want to run this whenever the button tapped, we want to run this function. So authenticate. Yep, that's good. So for using the passcode or companion or Face ID and biometric authentication in our app, we have to import a package that is a local authentication. So this is our package. First of all, we want to create a context. So let's context equal to LA, local authorization authentication context. So this is manage all the biometrics features for your app. And we want to store our errors if there are any and show it to the users or print it in the console. So here we want to check if the biometric authentication is available on the device. So if context that evaluate policy or just that server that can evaluate policy, and we want to use device owner authentication with biometrics. This the one device owner authentication can use within your biometry, Apple Watch, or the passcode, but this is just for the biometry. And you can use the biometrics or companion, and also you can use the authentication password Apple Watch with the or companion. So we want to just do with biometric device owner authentication with biometrics. This is one. And for the error, as you can see, we have to pass the NS error pointer. So and NS error. Yep, this is our pointer. So here we go. This is it. Why this is okay. So good. And we want to create a reason for it. So here, please authenticate to continue. Good. And then if it can evaluate policy, we want to evaluate the policy. So context, as you can see, evaluate policy, and also we use the device owner authentication with biometrics. If you want to have a passcode authentication or Apple Watch authentication, you can use the device owner authentication. But in this tutorial, you guys just want to device owner authentication with biometrics and localized reason. The text that goes for the reason that your app tells the user that your app, why your app you use this feature and use the authentication biometrics. So here we pass the reason. Okay. Here we want to have the success value and authentication error. Yeah, authentication error. Okay. So we want to grab the if I go for to the evaluate policy initialization, it throws an error and it gives us a boolean. So the success is if it succeeds, it's gonna be true, and if it's not, it's gonna be false. And if it's false, it throws the authentication error to us, and we can grab it and show it to the user. So here, after that, we want to dispatch queue. Let me just dispatch queue with main with async, and we want to execute this code here. So this one ensures the UI behaves and change whenever the value of our variable is changing. So uh, let me just add the conditions. If success, it's if the authentication is succeed, I want to just say self dot is authorized equal to true. Else, I want to say self that is authorized equal to false, and I just want to print out the localized error, sorry about the authentication error, the localized description or error. Okay, so this is good. And here in the else after, I think this is it. Yep. Here, if it cannot evaluate the device owner authentication biometrics, we want to just say the error, and here I just want to print it. So authentication error, let me just see, error dot localize description. I cannot find the biometrics. Okay. So this is good. And let me just uh, change our target here to iOS 17. Okay, good. And I just run it to see if it's going to work or not. And then I want to refine something. And yep. But as you can see in just like 10 15 lines of code, you can have the biometrics authentication in your built-in your within your app. So let me just see if it's installed. Yeah. So this is authenticate. If I tap on the button, biometric is not enrolled. So here you have to go to the features here and Face ID and enrolled. So I just enrolled, and why is gonna do that for us? Let me just see if the policy is right there. Privacy, yep, privacy, okay. Let me just, okay, rerun it. And here we are not enrolled, so privacy is not enrolled. And if I enroll it, yep. Do you want to allow Auth Biometric to use Face ID? This app uses Face ID to authenticate the user securely. So this message right here, as you can see. Allow, and you can here in the features, you can matching face or non-matching face. I use non-matching face, so I use the keyboard shortcut option, command and N, and this is failed, and I cancel it, so authentication canceled. Let me just test it another time. So in the features, Face ID, matching faces, uh, option, command and M, and yep, we have it. Welcome, you're authenticated. So this is good. We have it. I just want to add an alert to our app that is gonna be change our user experience. So and state private variable of show alert equals false, and also we want to add state private variable for alert message equal to nothing. Or we want to create an optional string. Yep. So good. And here we want to attach the alert to our VSText alert is presented. Yep. Show alert, and we don't want the error. And for the action, we have an alert here with a title, that text. Let me just see here. Text. So an alert is a title message of text that goes for authentication here, and we have a message here. It goes for text, and this is gonna be the alert message. So here we have an alert message that is optional string. So we must tell the Xcode that if the alert message is not there, we want, but we sure it's there. But if in any cases there is not there, we want to use the error here for our message here. And here we have dismiss. This miss button goes for default. And for the label, we say OK. Okay, good. Yep. Sorry about that. We have a text. And we want to say OK. And here we go. Okay, we have our alert. And here we want to create it. We want to program it to show to the user. So instead of printing the error, we want to just self Or you can use the show alert without self equals to true, and the alert message equal to authentication error and localized description. And here also the same. Let me just copy it. And the alert message goes for the error localized description. So this is good, but there's just a pro tip here. As you can see, every time you want to show the alert, we set the alert message. So instead of using manually and setting manually the show alert value here, you can say it with the computed variable. So here we want to say whenever the alert message is the value is changes, set the show alert to true. So we want to say it did set, and if the value is changing, we want to set the show alert equals to true. So with this, we can get rid of these ones, show alert, and yeah, this is just more better for killing your code and cleaning your logic, and better, and your code is more readable. So I just press Command and R, and I think we are good to go. So let me just unenroll our Face ID here. So if I press on the authenticate, yep, authentication error, biometric is not enrolled. So I just enroll it. And for the Face ID, I just press Option, Command and N, and yep, as you can see, authentication cancelled. And if I press Command and M, welcome, you're authenticated. So that's it. And there you have it. Your SwiftUI app is now secure with Face ID and Touch ID. Congratulations! This feature will not only improve your app's security, but also its overall user experience. Your users will love the convenience and trust you've built into your app. Before you go, if you found this tutorial helpful, make sure to give me a thumb up and subscribe for more SwiftUI tips. And if you are looking to dive deeper into iOS development, I've got plenty more coming your way. Leave a comment if you have any question, and don't forget to share this with your developer friends who want to level up their app security. See you in the next one.